In the first session, we learned how to use a few shortcuts to create text. Move the anchor point, and center the text in the comp. For more precise alignment, we can always use the Align panel. Now, in the second session, let's move on to the Character panel and explore its main tools. Hey everyone, I'm Sajad, and this is the second session of Text in After Effects. Let's get started. In the first session, we learned how to create a text layer in our composition using the shortcut Ctrl-Alt-Shift-T. Then, by pressing the Enter key on the right side, we exited the typing mode. With the shortcut Ctrl-Alt-Home, we moved to the text, and by pressing Ctrl-Home, we aligned the whole text layer to the center of the composition, of course. To position the text or any other layer in the center or corners of the comp, we can also use the Align panel. If you don't see this panel, you can easily add it to your workspace from the window menu. As you can see, it's a super useful and important panel, and I'll talk more about it later. Alright, let's begin session 2 by introducing the Character panel and its tools. To master text animation, you need to understand the Character panel really well. From here, you can choose or change your font. For example, my favorite font is IM. What is your favorite font? Write it for me in the comments. From the section, Set the Font Style, you can adjust your text to different looks. If your chosen font doesn't support these styles, you can add them from here. The first one is bold, which makes the text thicker. The second is italic, which makes the text slanted. The third turns all the letters into uppercase. The fourth does the opposite, making the text smaller. The fifth and sixth are mostly used in math, for things like powers or exponents. Now I will reset my font back to the original style. Some fonts, like Montserrat, which is really popular among motion designers, already have these styles built in. But that doesn't mean you won't need the extra options in the Character panel below. Personally, I prefer the block style. Here, you can increase or decrease your font size. With the next option, you can adjust the line spacing. For me, a value of 117 works just fine. From this section, you can also change the spacing between letters. I always use this feature, and it really makes my text look much better. The next option is stroke. By default, it is set to 1, but for my font, that doesn't look very good. Sometimes, a value of 7 works. And sometimes even 25 looks nice. This part is all about fill and stroke settings. It's very useful. By choosing these options, you can place the stroke on top of the fill, or the fill on top of the stroke. Here, I set the value to 100. The next option controls the height of the text. It can change an entire sentence, a word, or even just a single letter. This tool is called vertical scale. The following option is horizontal scale. It brings letters closer together, or pushes them further apart. You can even stretch one letter individually. For example, look how it makes the letter A stand out more. This option, as the name suggests, is called Set the Baseline Shift. With this tool, you can move part of the text higher or lower than the main line. It is useful for creating special effects, or for making precise adjustments to your text. The option next to it is called Set the TUSM for selected characters. This tool controls the spacing of your text. It lets you compress the letters closer together, or spread them apart for a different look. So, that's almost everything for the Character panel, but there is another panel called Paragraph, which works closely with Character. Here, you can align your text to the left, to the right, or place it in the center, and the options left to right and right to left text direction are especially important for languages like Persian. So far, we have learned the basics of the text panels. If you are ready, let's begin a short part of Lesson 3. After typing some text, a new text layer appears in the timeline. To start, I open the small arrow next to the text layer, so we can see all of its options. The very first option is called source text. As you can see, there is a stopwatch icon next to it. This means you can animate your text and control the changes over time. Here, the keyframe is shown as a square. Now, let's explore the magic of the source text option. I will change the text every 1 second, so you can see how each change is recorded and animated over time. At the first second, I replace the second word with days. At the 2-second mark, I change the color of the first word to blue. At the 3rd second, I set the font to I am. At the 4th second, I shrink and stretch the second word. Just like this, and at the 5th second, I turn the first word into my name, Sajjad. Let's see the final result. That looks amazing. I'll be releasing part 3 very soon. Make sure to subscribe, so you won't lose me. Take care of yourself. Bye.